Beautiful Sydney, Australia, the site of Wednesday night's 2017 World Baseball Classic qualifier between New Zealand and South Africa. We pick it up top two. Our game is scoreless. Scott Cohen on the mound, facing Benjamin Smith, man aboard, 2 men away. Smith to deep left field. Timothy Audie with a nice grab out there in front of the wall to close out the frame. Now we go top three. It is a man aboard for Anthony Phillips. Sends a smash down to third, and New Zealand turns to an impressive fashion. But undaunted, the inning continues 2 batters later. Now with 2 men aboard, it is Ben Cohen on in relief. Gives up the ribby single to Brett Willenberg. South Africa draws first blood. They have a 1-0 lead. Still in the top of the third. 2 batters later, bases now loaded. It is Cohen with the wild pitch. That brings in 1 run, but we're not done there. A throwing error brings in a second run. 3 unearned runs in the inning. South Africa has a 3-0 lead in support of starter Dylan Unsworth. He is a Seattle Mariners farm hand. He was looking good. Out number 2 of the fourth is a 5-0 game, top 9. Little insurance here never hurts. Keegan Swanepoel with the RBI single. That makes it 6-0. And a 7th run comes in on another error by New Zealand. And you get the idea. South Africa earns a 7-1 win behind Dylan Unsworth.
Game 2 of the World Baseball Classic qualifier in Sydney, Australia. The hosts taking on the Philippines. We pick it up in the top of the first. 2 on, 2 out. Stephen Kent pitching for Australia. And Brady Conlon comes through with a base hit to center. Eric Ferris scores, and the Philippines strike first. They go up 1-0. The lead didn't last long. Bottom of the frame, J.R. Bunda pitching, and Stephen Welch comes through with a base hit to right. Former Philly Brad Harmon scores, tying the game up at 1. Later in the frame, runners on second and third with 2 outs. Trent Olchen, the hard ground ball. Great diving stop by Adrian Rose Bernardo. Gets the Philippines out of trouble. Bottom 2, runner on third with 2 outs. James Beresford, who plays in the Twins organization, comes through with the base hit to left. Logan Wade scores 2-1 Australia. And then Kent settles in. He strikes out Matthew Vance in the third. Then he gets Ross Bernardo in the 5th. In the 6th inning, he's still out there. He strikes out Vance again. And then with 2 outs, Angelo Sonko, the ground ball to first. Kent covers the bag. Great effort by him through 6 innings. Bottom of the 7th. 2 on for Beresford, and he comes through again. His 4th hit of the game. 2 more RBIs, 3 in the game. 6-1 the Aussies in front. Later in the frame, 9-1 now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ernesto Bernardo on the hill. Alan D. San Miguel, the bouncer to third, and Brady Conlon's throw gets away. 2-run score, and that ends it via the mercy rule. 7 runs in the 7th, and Australia wins at 11-1. Kent gets the win, 6 innings, just 1 earned run. He struck out 7.
Elimination game Thursday night between New Zealand and the Philippines. That is Boss Moanaroa. Why is he named the Boss? Stay tuned. He's at the plate, bottom 1. Game tied at 1. Not for long. That is a tie-breaking ribby double down the line. Max Brown scores from second. New Zealand has a 2-1 lead. We move to the 4th. It's now a 3-1 game. But here come the Philippines. Andrew Mark on the mound, facing Brady Conlon with a man aboard. And there it goes. Conlon, a game-tying 2-run shot. We are even again at 3 runs apiece. Top 6, it's 4-4. Nick Mirande, first and third, 1-out jam. Facing Jonas Ponce, sends it down to third. Daniel Lamhunt throws it away. That brings in the tie-breaking run. Philippines would score 2 more and lead 7-4. But bottom 6, now 7-6. Bases loaded, 1 away. Could be 2. But a great job by Ellen Schoenberger to stay on the run down long enough to bring in the tying run. We're even again at 7. Next batter for New Zealand. Here he is again, the Boss. Boss Moanaroa. 2 doubles to this point, add a 3-run shot to his ledger, a no-doubt clout. New Zealand grabs a 10-7 lead. Now we go bottom 7. It's a 12-7 game. Bases loaded, 1 away. And I'll give you one guess. Boss Moanaroa once again building on an already huge day. A 2-run single. And eventually New Zealand would mercy rule the Philippines in 8 innings. 17-7 is your final.
World Baseball Classic qualifier action from Sydney. The host team, Australia, is taking on South Africa. Bottom one, the Aussies strike fast. Their second batter, Logan Wade, goes the other way off Carl Michaels for an RBI double. James Beresford comes in to score, and it's quickly 1-0 Australia. The next man up is Stephen Welch. Welch will single into right field, and Brandon Bouillon of South Africa will commit a throwing error on the play. That allows Wade to come in and score. It's 2-0 at that point. Australia would add one more in the frame to make it 3-zip. Top of the second, South Africa loads the bases for Benjamin Smith, but Aussie starter Warwick Saupold gets the ground ball out to end the threat. Top of the third, this time South Africa does break through with a man at second and 2 down. Kyle Botha singles up the middle. Anthony Phillips scores, and it's a 3-1 game. Bottom five now, some defense from South Africa. Dean Jacobs deals to Welch, who hits a hot shot to first base, and check out Shannon Eckermans with a nice pick on the right side. One more look at the good glove work from the South African first baseman. Australia would not score in the frame. We'll jump to the ninth inning now. It's 4-1 Australia, and Ryan Searle is trying to close this one out. He does so in impressive fashion. He strikes out Botha and Brett Willenberg back-to-back to begin the frame, and 2 batters later, Brandon Bouillon is down looking to end the contest. Australia wins 4-1. Australia uses 3 relief pitchers to combine for 6 scoreless frames. Elimination game, South Africa faces New Zealand. Top of the first, South Africa has the bases loaded for Brett Willenberg. Willenberg grounds to the right side off John Lee. Willenberg beats the play at first to avoid the double play. A run scores, but then Jonathan Phillips gets caught in a rundown between third and home to end the frame. South Africa settles for 1. In the top of the second, the bags are full again, this time for Gift and Gope grounds to the left side, and the Kiwis turn a slick 5-2-3 double play to end the inning. Top 3 now, South Africa threatening once again. It's 2-0 here, and with 2 on and 2 down, Rowan Eberson takes Blair Johnstone into right for an RBI double. That makes the score 3-0 South Africa. Next up is Keegan Swanpool, and Swanpool sends one up the middle for a 2-run single. That caps a 4-run frame, and it's 5-0 South Africa after 2.5. But the Kiwis do not go quietly in this one. Bottom 4 with 2 on and 2 down. Moko Monaroa sends one into left center field for a 2-run double. New Zealand is on the board. It's a 5-2 game at this point. In the 6th, South Africa goes back to work. The bags are full once again. Jimmy Boyce in a jam for New Zealand, and Kyle Botha makes him pay. Botha sends one into left field for a bases clearing 3-run double. It's now 8-2 South Africa. Bottom 7 now, Lloyd Stevens on in relief. He serves one up to Daniel Bradley. Bradley goes deep to center, but Kyron Vivis, just into the game for defense, makes the beautiful grab on the warning track, and South Africa wins 9-2.
It is South Africa and the host team, Australia, in the championship game of the 2017 World Baseball Classic qualifier. The winner heads to the World Baseball Classic. First batter of the game, how's that for a good start? Gift and Gope. It is 1-0 South Africa just like that. We go to the 5th, now tied at 1. It is Rowan Everson at the plate. Sends this one to deep short. What a play here by James Beresford to record the out at first base. Beresford diving to his right from his knees, the strong throw. What a play. Bottom 5 now, leading off the frame, Brad Harmon. He sends that one deep and gone to left center. Tie-breaking solo shot, 2-1 Aussies. Next batter, Ellen de San Miguel. And it's back-to-back Jags for the Aussies as they grab a 3-1 lead. But South Africa not going quietly. At the top of the 6th, they've got first and second, one away. At the plate, Kyle Botha. He sends this one high and deep down the left field line. It's fair and gone. It's a go-ahead 3-run shot. South Africa back on top 4-3. But bottom 6, it's now the Aussies with first and second, one away. Trent D'Antonio into left center. Trent Olchen hustling from second base. He scores on a game-tying ribbing double. We're even at 4. Bottom 7, man at second, one away for Mitch Denning. He finds the hole on the right side. It is a tie-breaking ribbing single. Beresford scores. It's 5-4 Australia, and the floodgates would open from there. As we go to the top of the 9th, it's a 12-5 lead for the Aussies as they are 1 out away. Ryan Searle on the mound, facing Brandon Bouillon.
This ball is flied into left field. There is Candelas. He makes the catch, and Australia is going back to the World Baseball Classic.
The host country, Australia, punches their ticket for the 2017 World Baseball Classic as they earn a 12-5 win and their fourth consecutive trip to the World